Got me ready for more. These are great little fish to have though. They do get large though. I used to have one years ago. About 6 years old when he died. Had him on his own in a smaller tank. I think it was a 4.5 foot L-shaped tank. But all I had in there was literally just one Oscar and a plec at the time. And then I closed down the tank after he died. Lost interest in fish keeping for a while. And then the opportunity of this tank came up. It wasn't brand new from the shop. It looked absolutely new. All of the seams and the silicone all looked new. I think it might have had a reptile in it at some point. It's a sea bray tank. Quite a famous make. I don't know if they still make them or not. But they do get big, these Oscars. Expecting over a foot, a pair of them. So I was trying to take into consideration when stocking the tank. Obviously, possibility of any casualties along the way as well. Hit and miss of what will live with each other. At the moment, I seem to have found a pretty good balance. Did have a green severum that didn't fare too well in the tank. I also tried, what did I try? Silver dollars that I'd heard live with Oscars. Unfortunately, no good either. I literally put 6 of them in there, and had to take 4 back to the shop because the other 2 were eaten by the Oscars when they were a lot smaller than this. So it is trial and error. Obviously, looking for fish that's going to live with each other is always a bit of a tricky one. This tank's actually got a pretty heavy filtration system on it. Before I get into that though, I thought I'd mention I've got a couple of them. Because the tank is in a unheated building, as I said, I've got 2 wave makers in here. One of them's pushing the heat when that heater comes on to the front corner down here, and this one over here, because I've got a my outlet pipe is up there. When the heaters come on, so do the wave makers. That's the only time they come on, and it pushes the heat from the right to left, so it keeps them coming down to the strainer down the bottom here. Try and keep a sort of a decent circulation going in the tank. I'm actually running it on a Fluval FX6. Really good addition, really pleased with it. I bought it second hand. It's actually capable of running a tank twice this size apparently, maybe more, but obviously the more filtration you can have the better. As I say, this is a 100-gallon tank. And also what I've done with that filter, which I'll show you in a second, is let's just feed these guys a little bit more. They'll soon let you know when they want more food. I do want to start trying to hand feed them at some point, but as I say, they're still a bit snatchy at the minute. The Fluval itself is actually hidden here beyond my DVDs and stuff. Let's see if I can pull that out of the way. Just bear with me a sec. And what I've done with this is, oh, it's pretty dark in there. I don't know whether I can, don't know if I can get that in shot or not. This room's quite dark. Okay, I've got problems lighting this up, I think. I haven't actually got anything down here. It's not going to work. Okay, so the Fluval FX6 is down there, and the pipe work I've kind of put cladding around it, so it's all insulated. Obviously runs down the entire length of the tank, clips over the top there for the outlet, and the inlet obviously, as I say, cladded as well. And what I've done is I've got myself a hot water jacket that you normally find like on a boiler, and I've put that around as well to contain as much heat as I can within the actual filter itself, because at the moment it's all about conserving heat in this tank this time of year. In the summer, no doubt, I'll have to make some changes again. Yeah, sort of cross that bridge when it comes to it really. This is the first sort of like, I've only had it up and running since Christmas, so I still haven't had a summer with it yet. I think these guys have nearly had enough, so let's see if we can feed up the other fish. I'll take this condensation tray out on this side, so it gives me an opportunity to be able to chuck some food down the other end as well. I'm sure most of you guys watching are familiar with most of these fish, and realise how entertaining they are. Let's see if we can get Jack Dempsey some food. What I'm going to feed these guys is a mixture of catfish pellets mixed in with some flake, which I'm going to put in a second. So here we go. Let's see if we can catch you some video. These guys are going to go berserk. That literally has all gone. Jack Dempsey don't even know what to do with himself. I'm going to try a bit more. Obviously it's pretty, you've got to be pretty careful not to overfeed all these fish. They do get big quick as well, and they will eat and eat and eat. Let's put a bit of flake in there. Also, I feed them on a massive variety of food. I'd like to give them a veggie day where they literally just get cucumber, boiled carrot and peas, de-shelled peas. And they also have a day when I give them bloodworm. That'll be their main feed for that day. I've also got beef heart as a treat. I've got tube effects as well as a treat. Shrimp pellets, catfish pellets, as I say, flake. Good variety for these fish. Keep them in good order. I have had an outbreak of white spot when I first started the tank up, but fortunately I was able to get rid of that pretty quick. I used what did I use? I did a saltwater treatment, and then I got some of this Paragard, which is really good, Cichlid's, and obviously I use Prime as well. At the moment I'm cleaning the tank, gravel cleaning it, about 25% of the water it takes out, using a Python gravel cleaner, 2-foot one, or 1.5 foot, can't remember now. And then what I do is gravel clean with that, and I've got a hose pipe that I've rigged up down, because it's at the bottom of the garden, this tank. So I've got a 50-foot hose pipe that's attached to the fence all the way down, and then I hook it up to the downstairs sink basin, which has got a mixer tap on it, and then I can put the right temperature of water in, which is really good, and I've normally just treat it with Prime. And then about every 6 weeks to 8 weeks I clean the filter as well and do a 50% water change. The whole thing takes me about 2 hours to do with the filter, and about an hour or so to do a gravel clean, and that's including filling it back up and everything. So it's pretty maintenance free, and it's obviously well worth the effort. Always had a bit of a question mark of what gravel to choose when I was doing the tank, because obviously I knew I wanted to have catfish and black shark and pleck and whatever, but it was also about maintenance. I didn't want sand because of the fact how hard they are to maintain. I do have another tank up at the house, which is smaller than this one. It's 180 litres, I think it is, 200 litres, something like that, and that's just got mainly female fighters in it, and a lot of cories and tiny pleck, and that has sand in it, and it's a little trickier to look after with this one because it does take so long. I just wanted something I could just push the gravel cleaner into and not have to worry about it picking up all bits of everything else as well. Do a good thorough clean, move the boats about, get rid of the cave and then rebuild it. So just to keep on top of the maintenance really. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it on my my giant tank. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Any questions, feel free to ask, and I hope you can like and subscribe. I'll be doing some more videos soon. Thanks YouTube.